Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all. It's your boy, the Garden Guru of the Conscious Growing Gardeners. Um, Today, I just want to have a conversation about people's mental health. There are a lot of people that do things for position, for money, for attention. Um, a lot of people do things because they don't know better. They haven't been trained better um, by lack of parenting or whatever. We have an issue in our community, and I don't want to talk about anybody specifically because I don't want nobody to say, "Oh, he clout chasing. You just saying that person's name to get his sting up." Um, I'm just watching, as somebody who's mostly been on YouTube watching other YouTubers. Um, I never made videos on YouTube. I've always made my videos on Facebook. And I've been telling people for the last year and a half that I was coming to YouTube, that I was moving my platform to YouTube. I had started a gardening, a conscious growing gardener channel where we try to grow, like in every area of our life, you know what I'm saying? Financially, communication wise with your family, your loved ones, your partners, uh, just, try to, have a righteous movement. You know what I'm saying? I have three sons, you know what I'm saying? And I want them to, you know, have a future, you know what I'm saying, have a life, you know what I'm saying. So we years ago we started our own garden. And we bought fencing and we fenced the garden in, and we began to study how to grow everything: tomatoes, corn, peas, beans, cucumbers, squash, zucchini, you name it. We pretty much have mastered the technique of growing. And one year we actually had so much rain here in Ohio that we actually had to start a raised bed, and we looked into that. We looked on YouTube and saw how people was doing it, and we got some good ideas from people, starting on raised beds. So we decided, hey, we do that too. You know what I'm saying? We had, now of course we didn't take this exact route that they took, but it was the idea that we got. And so that's what really sparked me to have an idea to start, coming to YouTube. And the funny thing is, when I first started coming on YouTube uh, to do videos, the first time I looked on it, you could just go live. You could just go live and build your channel. And then they stopped that and they started saying, well, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to go live. And, I think that's what, and I'm not sure, I might be wrong, but I think that's when I first started looking into it, and they changed the rules. So I don't mind uploading the videos. I don't mind doing my time as far as being patient, as far as having people to subscribe to my channel and to come listen to the conversation that we have, as far as talking about life, love, happiness, the pursuit of that, you know what I'm saying, as well as, the things that we deal with in our community as far as mental health and all of this arguing and stuff. Like I'm seeing on the YouTube streets now that there are a lot of people that have been making money and doing content, and there are also people that's been hanging with each other, you know, through YouTube, not necessarily in person, but on, through YouTube, friends that are friends. And then I see where there's been some falling out, some enemy stuff, you know what I'm saying. And so I first started really uh, watching. I was one of the first like 50 to 75 people that ever started watching Kwame Brown. Shout out to Kwame Brown and Bust Life. And here's the thing: every time I say somebody's name, I'll shout out their channel, and I'll talk about whatever situation I feel like from my perspective. Okay, this is just my perspective of things. And so I totally agree with Kwame. They used to, as far as the trades and the coding, that is very necessary for our kids. I have three sons of my own. And when you have sons, you want them to be able to provide for themselves. And if they go out here and make a family with a woman, then you want them to be able to take care of their kids. So many of us put ourselves in positions where we don't do that. We don't have fathers to tell us to do that, and we end up having kids before we even know how to tie our shoe half the time. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, I actually was a father at the age of 20 years old, and I had never even met my father at that time. So I actually had a son before I knew who my father was. And it's funny because 3 years later, I had a chance to meet my father for the first chance. And it was weird because, well, actually longer than that. It was like maybe like 7 years later. Seven, no, it was 3 years later. 3 years later, yeah, 3 years, 23. 3 years later, I actually met him for the first time. And, you know, we saw each other for like maybe like 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? We talked on the phone a couple of times, and then he just disappeared again. I didn't establish a relationship with him until I was like 32, when we ran into each other again. I think he was uh back and forth going to his hospital appointments, and the lady that was driving him, I guess she was a Uber driver or a van driver for the hospital. I'm not sure which one she was, but she worked for a company that was driving him back and forth, and he recognized her from high school, and she happened to be one of my mom's close friends in high school, and so he got the number from her, called my mom, and then my mom called me one day, and I was at home, and she said, "Hey, your dad called me. He wants to talk to you." And, it was kind of weird because I was like, "Well, I ain't heard from this man since I was 23." You know what I'm saying? Here we go. It's almost 10 years. I'm 32. So and a lot of young men go through this, and they struggle being fathers. This doesn't stop them from going out here and having sex and making children. And then if you don't get the right type of healing, the right type of mental resolve for your mind and your heart, and if you don't know that you're enough as a person, you feel like you're lacking something, you can take out some of those insecurities in your own household, on your own children. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about being a man, and so you making mistakes with these kids. And as no matter how good of a parent you are, we all make some type of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We get impatient. We get we don't have it financially to do this. You know what I'm saying? And especially when men struggle financially because of not having trades, or not having been to college, or not having a goal, something to reach, to ascertain to be able to take care of your children, it makes you like a deadbeat. Now, you may, in your heart, you may be a good father. You may want to provide them for everything, but if you don't have it, the world's gonna say, "Hey, you ain't shit." You know what I'm saying? So I really like the message that he was putting down. I never knew who Hassan Campbell was. I really didn't watch his channel. I don't do a lot of celebrity gossip stuff because I'm a singer songwriter myself, and I always wanted to be in the industry, in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Um, I had a singing group. I was in several singing groups. I was in several. I was in a few rap groups where I sung the hooks on the songs for the rappers. I was in a gospel group before. I even went to studio, a professional studio, and put together a whole album. You know what I'm saying? And I was waiting. I was actually going to sign a Big Dog Records here in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Big Dog. And don't no disrespect to Hassan. You know what I'm saying? I know he's like, well, he said my name. He ain't shot me out. This that'll be something for him to try to attack me over. And he'd be like, oh, he must don't like what I have to say. I'm not going to get into that because I'm gonna let people judge you for yourself. I don't like people to judge me and then make people think that everybody should agree with my opinion about another person. You know what I'm saying? But I won't. The reason why I won't shut out your page is because I don't like your content, and I don't want young people coming to listen to this shit that you be saying. It's immature in my opinion, and uh, I just didn't, I mean, it's not like these people, the people that he's talking about. He don't know these people personally. You know what I'm saying? If you're not out going doing research, if you don't know somebody that knows somebody to get the information, if you're not if you're not in LA or New York when it goes down, if you're not at the scene, if you don't know the people that know the people that behind the people, if you know what I'm saying, you get on stat, you get up on you get somebody's picture and you get up there and you start talking about what happened to them, and if you don't know them, then you don't know if they family, once you saying that shit or what, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's just gossip. It's just gossip, you know what I'm saying? And as far as my people is concerned, you know what I'm saying? I noticed that we like two things. We like gossip and we like drama. And this is no disrespect to my people, to people of color. I love my people. But you got to understand how this is so easy. And this is why he's doing this, because he knows that we love drama. He's paid attention to us as a people, and he sees that, hey, drama sells. So whenever there's something drama, he's going after something drama. He even admitted the other day that He only said Kwame's name because his algorithm was down and his cheddar was struggling and he needed to boost his numbers up. So he basically used a bunch of drama to get people to come on to start watching him more and get his name. And here's the thing, it's working because first of all he cussed everybody out and said, you know, you don't want my channel, get the fuck y'all, get off my channel or whatever. And he lost 1,000 subscribers. But then because of the beef and the arguments and the back and forth, his channel's growing. People are coming in there subscribing, you know. But that lets you know that people just to subscribe to anybody that's popular. This is a popular thing. You know what I'm saying? Remember when you were at school? Remember we were at school and the girl, it was always one girl who was the most popular girl who had girls to follow around her. I don't want to make it like some kind of TV show, but you know, it's always the most popular girl, and then the dude who was the most popular dude, and not necessarily one person, but you had those people, and everybody either wanted to be cool with those people or follow those people. Now that we're grown, people gonna say, I ain't, and they might go, I ain't like that. I wouldn't follow nobody on. But secretly, we all kind of were doing it. Or if we didn't follow that person, we wanted to be as popular as that person. We wanted to have that person's position, and some of us actually probably deserved it because we'd have been a better friend. We'd have been more kind. We'd have been more loving. We'd have been more inclusive of other people. See what I'm saying? Some people get the popular stands and they lock everybody else out. Nobody else can have what I have. You know, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. You know, y'all don't play like I want to play. You know, and so our community suffers from a lot of misfortunes of mental illness when it comes to making right decisions and these are people that's walking around here raising children. You know, we got a lot of mental illness. You know, and it's a shame that we know that negativity is more popular in our community than positivity. Like having a good message, having something that's gonna help our people. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't throwing money at somebody, then they don't think it's no way to help somebody. Sometimes a kind word, somebody going through something that you went through. You know what I'm saying? And being somebody, you know, an understanding mind. You know what I'm saying? A patient hand with somebody is worth way more than somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, talking crazy and doing things just to cause drama to bring people over to your channel. You know, and I thought that in the 2021 my people were starting to wake up. We were consciously thinking. We were growing. We were waking up, and we're gonna start vibing with more positive thoughts and ways to live our life so that we can go further as far as teaching our children. You know what I'm saying? We always be telling our kids that kind of shit. Women tell their daughters, don't be worried, don't be dipping and dabbing with them heifers out there. They ain't blah blah blah. You know, mamas be telling their sons, yeah, don't be fucking with them niggas. Them niggas ain't they ain't doing nothing with their life. You gonna be in jail with them. Blah blah. I ain't coming to get you out. Blah blah. But then we'll get right on YouTube, right, and find the most toxic, manipulative, controlling situation and go right on and subscribe and get right in the middle of it. Get right in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, and I heard that there was some type of movement where they were trying to get people to start unsubscribing to Hassan Campbell's channel, and it is obviously so, because this guy is and told them people, fuck the subscribers, fuck them all, and they still subscribing anyway. This lets you know that there's something obviously mentally wrong with our people. We don't care what another person says about us. We still gonna support them. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly why people think they can do whatever the fuck they want to in this country, and ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be a big deal. You know, and we can't always be like, well, that person's black like me, I gotta support him. We have to support what's righteous, what's good for our future, what's good for our children. Okay. Everybody likes a little bit of drama. People watch Falcon Crest, Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless. Okay. Women watch these channels all the time. Men watch them too. If you at home and you grew up as a child and your mama watched them as a child, that's how I know the stories. My mom watched the stories when I was a kid, which somehow I got into them at a certain time in my life. I don't watch them now, but as a kid, I watched them because, hell, my mom had them on and this is what she was watching. And so we sit there and watch TV with her, you know, to the point where I actually knew the characters and what was going on the show, you know, especially like Young and the Restless. My mom, one of her favorite ones was Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, you know, and I think eventually Bold and the Beautiful started coming on. I think it took one of the other stories place, and she watched all three of those. I knew every character, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm starting to see is we have a lot of characters on YouTube, you know, and this is, I say this as not saying nobody's name specifically, so that nobody won't get offended. I'm sure somebody will, and they'll say he's talking about me. I'm talking about, if we're not doing something positive for our community, you just really need to shut up. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to happen because people are actually living through other people's drama. Some people have so much drama in their own house, right? In their own home, that they be happy. Yeah, I gotta get that. I'm about to come here and sit down. I left it a mess last night down here. I need to clean up down here, down in the man cave. They be happy to see somebody else's drama because it's like, well, at least I know I'm not the only one with a fucked up lifestyle. And sometimes people sit there at the TV and just sit there and they subscribe to you because they're laughing at your shit, or they're shaking their head at the drama. They're going back and forth between, you know, Hassan Campbell's page, Self Talk. Shout out to Self Talk. Shout out to 10 Toes Down. I've been watching all these guys for a long time. I've been subscribed because of the sports and stuff. Pro basketball. I've been watching the same thing as Ticket TV. I've been watching these guys because I love sports and I'm a sports head. But and then this came up. You know, like I said, I didn't even know. I saw Hassan on some videos that came up in my recommended, but I never subscribed to him because, and it's nothing personal towards him. It's not like I'm showing y'all I'm on y'all side. No, it's not. Don't take that, Hassan. It's not like I'm choosing a side. It's just that, young man, you are a young man. You are. I think I'm about 4 years older than him, maybe 4 or 5 years older than this guy. And I'm just seeing like, man, you way too. Actually, we still young. We in our 40s, but you way too young to be talking, saying some of the stuff you're saying out of you. It's like you actually sound like you like 20. You know what I'm saying? It's a very immature comments and stuff like that, you know. And then come to find out today that I got up and I saw a thing on Miss 504 channel. Shout out to Miss 504, by the way. I saw something on her channel where she was showing that you did this on purpose. Like in the middle, she takes little clips from his videos and she's sharing them back, and she's showing us that he only did that about with Kwame Brown because of his own algorithm, his own struggles in his own channel. So he did some drama shit to get people to say his name. He knows that if people say his name on videos, that he keeps trending and trending and trending and trending. So I'm not helping as well, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to help because I don't like negativity. I'm not a negative person. I don't like negativity in my community. You know what I'm saying? When I'm gardening, right? When I'm out there gardening, throw my soil right here, y'all. When I use that Miracle Grow, I use the all-purpose. That's a really good, and it's usually on sale certain time during gardening season. Home Depot and Lowe's have like 4 or 5 bags for. It's really, you know, it's inexpensive. You can get that. People are like, I'm buying dirt. Well, it's got some some different ingredients and to help you grow. So even if you mix it into your soil in the ground, your dirt in the ground, you can still get it to grow. Okay, so we do that. Plus, we use raised beds here anyway. But as I was saying about the situation, she was Miss 504. Shout out to you. She was putting up the clips of him saying certain things, and you know, just to show some of his statements. And he was basically saying that he did that on purpose. Yeah, you know, the algorithm, and I was struggling, and I was worried about my channel, so I just did something. I just flipped out and did something. But I checked his channel; he wasn't struggling. So that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. He's telling us some bullshit. The truth of the matter is he's jealous. Okay. Now here's the thing: as somebody who's always been an advocate for our community as far as people struggling with mental health and stuff like that. I know people that have everything. I've got family that have autism. I got people that have you know, cerebral palsy and all kind of things going on in my household. I know people that in my family that suffer from depression and anxiety and things that matter. So that stuff matters to me. It's nothing to play with. And as I pay attention to people, you know, it's not just people not just being jealous and envious of other people, which is never ever a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's never, you know. So basically, this dude, what I get from the gist is that this dude acted out because He was worried about somebody coming on YouTube and being bigger than him. And I must admit, I'm lightweight. I'm not ashamed of my people for supporting Hassan Campbell. I recognize why we would, because this is what we do. This is what we do. All our music is negative. The hip hop is negative, right? Everything that's going on the streets, they holler. It's some good things that go on the streets. It's some good people out in the streets, but all they do is promote negativity. Oh, nigga, you ain't out here doing this, nigga. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Hey, all these gangsta ass niggas, you know what I'm saying? We all bleed. We all bleed the same blood. Instead of everybody trying to be all hard and gangster, you know what I'm saying? Try not. How about in fronting? How about how gangster they are? How about just being a decent human being? Oh, that only gets you so far in this world. And da, 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 da. Well, you only here for a limited time anyway. And if you already in your 40s, you ain't got much time left. If you get 40 more years, you lucky. And by that time, believe me, you ain't gonna be thinking about being no gangster, or you ain't gonna be thinking about who the next artist is and who, and they got their rock and they got the rock, they got the rock and nuts, their snap box and all that old shit. You ain't gonna be thinking about that kind of crazy shit when you get that age. You're gonna be just trying to make it and you know what I'm saying? So you might as well start thinking about it now. Like, what are you gonna do in 40 years? Retire from YouTube? They're gonna send you, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna send you checks from YouTube. They're gonna send you social security checks for working for YouTube. I mean, I don't know how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm just saying, if this is what you're committed to, you know, and you're selling negativity, I don't agree with the negativity, but I can't tell my people not to buy it, because my people have been buying negativity their whole lives. We've all done it. You know, and I'm not dissing nobody. I love my hip hop artists. I love my old school hip hop artists. I even love some of the new ones today. I love, I'm a Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge J. Cole fan. I love what's my girl? Summer Walker. There's a lot of artists that Lucky Day. There are a lot of new artists that I really, really, really enjoy their music, their content. I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, so I'm into a lot of the artists that sing and stuff. It's not that I don't like some of the rappers out here, you know. I like some of the stuff that they, you know, some of their songs, you know what I'm saying? I like 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying? I love some of his material, not all of it, but I love some of it. And like I said, some of it does be negative, but you can't say anything about these young folk, because we were doing negativity when we grew up. NWA came out when I was a teenager, you know, and gangster rap went the route that it went. You know, we had, conscious and aware rap on the street. Rap was going on the streets, and so these guys are saying that we just telling what's going on the streets from our perspective too as well, and it was just a little more gangster style, you know, and it went into some more about drugs and alcohol and women and cars, and and so we keep that same vibe to this day on a different scale, that we still talk about what's in the streets, you know what I'm saying? And so I can't tell my people not to subscribe to that, because they have been their whole life. So that's why his channel's able to draw those people, and then he think he talking about, they're like, oh, he got a good word because he got a kind heart, he got this. Hey, listen to me. We are all yin and yangs. We all have good in us, and we all have bad in us. Okay, we are yin and yang. You ever seen the yin and yang side? You know what I'm saying? We're left and right. Okay, we're up and down. Okay, it's two sides to everybody. Okay, you got good parts of you, and you got negative parts of you. You got positive parts of you, got negative parts of you. And he's using his negative side of him to create content to draw people. And one day will our people ever rise and get off negativity? I'm not sure. I think some of us use it as a diet. Some of us use it as a program to say, I don't want to go that way, so I look at it to make sure I don't become that person or become negative. Or some people, we keep our eyes on that because we don't know a lot about our celebrities. We don't know a lot about our but here's the thing, you don't know a lot about the person next door. So you watch these shows because these people talking to you about what happened to them, and this person doesn't know. He don't know them people. He just waits till something he just waits till some news hits an article, and then he jumps up and gets on his platform and talks about them and talks about how they got killed and rock a nigga snap box and turn the TV off and acts all tough, and then puts on brand new hats and clothes. He's mocking y'all right in front of the shit that y'all pay for. Y'all paying for this guy's, shirts and hats and all this carrying on, and then he got the nerve to admit that he didn't pay child support. Yeah, he owed child support. How could you say that? See, he's trying to show y'all how street he is and how gangster he is. He's really acting. That's really foolish and childish. And I'm not. I'm not trying to come at Hassan. It's just that that's just immature as fuck. And I don't want my young men and young ladies thinking this is how you supposed to live your life, man. It's ridiculous. It's childish. It's immature, especially for somebody who's 44 years fucking old. We all got hangups. We all got things that we've done wrong. We've all got things that we owe. I got back due stuff that I owe from being from I can look at bills and stuff that I haven't paid. I owe this, I owe that. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling in this area, that area, trying to get out to everybody wants to be debt free. We all want to be debt free, but a lot of times people get money and they do stupid shit with it. You know what I'm saying? Your maturity is what you do when it shows your maturity shows when what you do with the money that you do get. If you and sometimes I hear this shit coming out of his mouth and I don't know if he's telling the truth or he's lying. You know what I'm saying? Like if your children live with you and you're married, how are you paying child support? I don't know this guy's business, so I don't really want, and I didn't really want to make it about him, but I just really want to make it about my community, and I want my community to understand I want us to grow up. We need to grow up, and we can't keep urging somebody and blessing somebody who is only putting curses on your life and on your young son's life, thinking that this is how it is. How some of these kids don't even go outside. So the only gangster shit that they see is when this nigga gets on TV and acts all tough and gets on YouTube and says all this stupid shit about what's going out there. I'm out there and shut up, nigga. I'm older than you and I've been out in the streets way longer than you. Okay, when I was 6 and 7 riding my big wheel, you was a baby drinking on your mom, sipping on your mama's titty. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm almost an OG. You know what I'm saying? So I'm to tell you, some of that shit that you saying is phony as fuck. Okay, has no validity. Okay, you making up shit to try to get you clout chasing celebrities so that you can come back to people and say, hey, yeah, see, subscribe to me because this is what I'm doing. I'm sharing with the people. And it would be if you was honestly doing it for the people, but you're doing it for yourself. Don't get me wrong. We all doing stuff for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It don't even seem like you're doing shit for your family. Then they got a video where he ordered some shoes or something. He got his daughters on the video with him. He looking at, hey, look at these, and they ain't got nothing. They ain't opening up nothing. It's just him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, this dude is so selfish. Like he be on the videos looking better than they do. And I know I know it's his video, but if you're gonna have them on there, you know what I'm saying? You might want to get them dressed. Like I got a son, and my son does these marble runs, y'all. He's great, man. I mean, he builds these marble runs, and he builds them fantastically. Like my son's probably gonna be an architect. He's only 9. All my other sons are grown. This one probably gonna be an architect. He's gonna be a builder, and so I'm gonna have him build some of his marble runs, and I'm gonna record them. And they're gonna put the marbles on. They're gonna run down. They're gonna have the lights on at night. And I'm gonna let him post his own marble run channel. And he's gonna have his own channel. So you guys go ahead. When I put that up there, please subscribe. Have your young children subscribe. This is for everybody, but it's definitely for kids, to show kids that you can do anything. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And this is what my son's going to do. He's going to build marble runs, and we're going to post them and show you guys how he's building them, how the balls go different ways and different angles and stuff like that. So we want some mature, positive things. And yeah, we're going to have some. Yeah, we're going to need some. We're going to have some drama sometimes in our lives. We're going to have things that we're not. We're going to have to deal with from people, the loved ones, and everything else. Right? We're going to fall out with people, right? But not every other fucking week. If you fall out with somebody every other week, different people, it's not them, buddy. It's you, and it's time to grow up, okay? All right, peace, y'all. Please, and thank you. Subscribe to the Conscious Growing Garden channel. I'll be back with more videos. We're not going to continue to just talk about Hassan Campbell and anything that's going on YouTube. We're going to talk about what's going on in the YouTube streets, but we're going to talk about what's going on in the actual streets. We're going to talk about what's going on in politics sometimes. Sometimes we're going to talk about what's going on in the public school system, because that's a pipeline to the prisons, okay? We're going to talk about what we can do to uplift our kids, our children, and our households, how we can better communicate with our wives and our husbands, and how we can in our relationships, whether we're dating or courting or living with somebody, baby mama's daddy and drama. We're gonna try to end that drama, right? We're gonna try to learn how to grow in every area of our life, including in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're gonna have to garden stuff. We got the fall garden coming. I'm gonna be me and the queen, the scientific one. We're gonna be outside. I am the hustle and muscle. She's the scientific one. We're gonna be outside, getting ready for this fall garden. We're gonna be going live, y'all, showing you guys how to do this. All right.